Well, good morning, guys. Big A coming to you. I'm just leaving the YMCA. Wanted to kind of finish out the year with a little bit of a challenge, but I wanted to talk to you about something that I've been thinking about the past couple of weeks. Not a lot over the past several months, but a lot in the past few weeks as we near the end of 2017. Listen, I'm just like everyone else. You know, I want to lose a few pounds. I want to read a few more books. I want to make a little bit more money. We want to grow our business a little bit further. All those things that you guys do as well. I get that. Totally understand that. But I started thinking about the bigger picture and what Aaron Walker means and what View from the Top stands for and what is the very reason for Iron Sharpens Iron Mastermind Group. I started thinking through that and I thought, really, I want to be an influencer. I want to be a guy that makes a difference. And I've tried to surround myself with people that are influential, that are willing to take a position, willing to take a stand on what they believe. And I started thinking back about those guys over the past 20 years. And some of the guys that have made a huge impact in my life are guys like Alan Lindsay and Charlie Haygood and Greg Smith and David Landreth and Bob Warren. The list goes on and on. And then I think about guys that are in my life really right now that are huge influencers like Chris Freeman and Hugh Morris and Randy Butler. And then I start thinking about other guys in the mastermind group and guys that I can call when I want to know something difficult. I had a situation yesterday that was very difficult that came up for me, and I didn't really know the answer, and I called Matt Miller. Because Matt Miller is willing to take a position. He's willing to take a stand. He's not going to just tell me something to tickle my ear so that I'll like him more or show favor to him. And Brett Barnhart is a guy I call all the time. Recently, Charlie Cichetti called me out on something. I made a post that was, I'm just going to be totally honest with you. And he called me out on it. He said, I think you did that because it was a hot topic. And I was angry about the topic, but the truth of the matter is, he was right. He was exactly right. I did that because it was a controversial topic. I knew it would get a lot of comments. I knew it would get a lot of shares. And I'm like, that's not the right way to be an influencer. The right way to be an influencer is to gather information, to take a position, to take a stand. I can be arrogant sometimes, and Robin's been helping me work through that for 40 years now. She keeps me in line. I could say things a lot more diplomatically, but the thing is I want to be around people that tell me the truth. I want to be around people that don't tickle my ear. That's the reason I have so chosen to be around these people that I just mentioned, is because they'll tell me the truth. We've got a pretty quiet guy in the mastermind group. His name's Keith Harris. Keith is an amazing guy. He's very non-assuming, but he will tell you the truth. You ask him his opinion, he will tell you the truth. He doesn't straddle the fence, right? He doesn't like this way with one guy, that way with the next guy. And for me, he's an influencer. He's a guy that I can trust to tell me the truth. Well, that's what I want to be to you guys in 2018. I want to come to you not arrogantly. I want to come to you confidently because I believe in it. I want to be that influencer. But the thing that holds us back, I think, the most is that we're afraid of what other people will think. We're afraid of conflict. And that's why I titled this, Peacemakers Have Very Little Influence in Anybody's Life. Now, I think that we should be diplomatic how we present things. Excuse me, still got this whole cough. But I think that we need to take a position in whatever it is you stand for to be an influencer. And I read it in a book, but it said that your level of contrast is directly proportionate to your level of influence. And I think that's so true. So how can you be an influencer this year in your sphere of influence? Maybe it's just with one person. Maybe it's your spouse. Maybe it's your children. Maybe it's your business. Maybe it's in your community. Maybe you're a political advisor or a leader. Are you willing to take a position? I think back about some guys, whether you like them or don't like them, they've made huge impacts. I think about Steve Jobs with Apple. You know, he took a strong position in what he believed, and now they're an $800 billion company, fast approaching $1 trillion in market cap. Think about Jeff Bezos with Amazon, Elon Musk. You think about all these guys that have been willing to take a position for what they believe in. Not necessarily even believing from your vantage point whether they're right or wrong, but they took a stand. They're influencers in their area of expertise. And I just want to ask you, are you willing to do that? People say all the time, I don't like conflict. Well, nobody likes conflict, but we've got to deal with conflict to push through these upper limit challenges. We've got to be willing to have conflict in our life and address the things that are important, even between you and your spouse. A lot of people are so passive that they just don't make a stand for what they believe in. Robin and I sat at dinner the other night for 2 hours. The first 30 minutes was talking about pleasant things related to the dinner, and then the other hour and a half was something that we needed to deal with. We sat there and we talked through it. Robin will take a position, I'll take a position, and we'll stand there and we'll work through it. If I just say, go do what you want to do, or she says, just go ahead and do whatever you want to do, you're kicking the can down the road. You're going to ultimately deal with it, and it's better to deal with it today than later. It's always easier to deal with it sooner than later. And I want to encourage you to do that. I want you to be the influencer for your family. I want your children to be able to look back at you and say, my dad took a position. Now, temper yourself a little bit. Don't make the same mistake I've made over the years and just come right out of the gate with a strong opinion and, you know, come hell or high water, this is the way it's going to be. Don't do that. I'm not suggesting that. Think through it. Be wise, you know, in your position. But take a position. I mean, my goodness, we need people to take positions like these guys in the mastermind that did. And Alan Lindsay called me once and he said, hey, we need to go to lunch. And we did. And he said, you're an embellisher. And I said, what? I thought we were coming here to have a great lunch. He said, I heard you tell a guy at church you've been all over South America fishing. I said, I have. He said, no, you haven't. You've been down there twice. You wanted that guy to think you were this big shot that traveled all over the world, and your words matter. You need to say, I've been down there twice fishing. He said, the reason is because later people won't trust you. They won't believe in what you say is accurate. And you can't be an influencer. So we got to think the way we say it, how we say it. Our words matter. It's important. Used to, our children would go to youth camp, and there was a couple of the ministers that would go. One of the ministers would say, Brooke and Holly's the most amazing thing you've ever seen. They behave so well, on and on and on. And Robin went like, oh man, this is amazing. Our kids are amazing. I said, our kids are amazing, but they're not that amazing all the time. I'm going to ask this other pastor. And this other pastor said, you sure you want to know? I said, yeah, I want to know. How were they? Well, this one talked too much, or this one didn't go to sleep on time. I was able to deal with that and work with that. That guy was an influencer in my life because he was willing to stand up and make the time, the effort, and the energy to tell me the truth. Guys, are you doing that? Or are you a peacemaker? Are you so passive that you're having no impact in anybody's life whatsoever? Not many people have the courage to stand up and tell you the truth. But what I want to do in 2018, my biggest goal is I want to be an influencer that matters. I want to be able to have the courage to stand up and tell you the truth, even when it's difficult. Even if it costs me sometimes a relationship, I want to be able to be true to my convictions and stand up and tell you the truth. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to tell people the truth? Are you willing not to be the peacemaker, but hit that conflict head on? Are you willing to do those things in the life of your family, in your business, and in your community? Man, I sure hope so, because I'm going to tell you, I need more people to call that can circle the wagons and say, we need to do this for the betterment of whatever. You fill in the blank. Well, guys, it's been a fun 2017. Seriously, it's been amazing. This has been a banner year for us in all regards. The way we've grown the ISI Mastermind, we have 100 guys in there now, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen in 2018. Our family's doing amazing right now. Our kids, our grandkids, Robin and I are doing better than we've ever done, and I hope you are as well. But I'm not going to look back much more than a couple of days, because I'm going to press towards what's in the future. Are you that peacemaker? Or are you willing to confront others to make a difference in their life? And that's what I want to challenge you to be this year. Have some courage. Have some boldness. Get people around you that can lift you up, that can help you, and be able to make a difference this year. Well, listen, this is probably the last post I'm going to do in 2017. You guys have been amazing. This audience that we've got is incredible. You guys band together. You're always communicating. You're always giving me a sense of encouragement. You're always challenging me, and I love that. And I just want to tell you, from Robin and I, Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2018. We'll see you.